Hello, social workers, mental health professionals, and change agents. Welcome to another episode of the Social Work Rants Podcast. I'm your host, Bas Moreno. Saludos a todos. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in wherever you are watching or listening to the podcast. I appreciate all the love and support. Gracias a todos por su apoyo. Continue to follow the podcast on Instagram at the Social Work Rants Podcast. If you're watching YouTube, hit the red subscribe button, hit the like on the videos, share, download episodes, leave a 5-star review. However, you listen to podcasts, the podcast can be listened to on whatever platform available out there. So, shout out to all of you that's been continuing to support the podcast. It is May is here. It is, which means is Mental Health Awareness Month, and also dealing with another anniversary. But before I talk about that, uh, this will be a personal episode today. Uh, I did have something lined up to talk about today, but I'll wait till next week to talk about that. But before we get started, quick announcement. If you're available during lunchtime, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, that might be breakfast for you. Come join me. Uh, I'm doing a free financial webinar, Common Money Mistakes. That is Tuesday, May 12th, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. Come join me along with a gentleman named Mike Prophet. He's a financial advisor. We're going to be talking about common money mistakes. As I talk about all the time, mental health and finances just it goes together. So a good conversation. Hopefully, we'll have a good back and forth. It's our first one we're doing together. Had the pleasure of meeting Mike. We connected through LinkedIn, so the power of LinkedIn and making connections and meeting people, doing all the things. So if you're available, come join me. If you follow the podcast page, the QR code is in one of my posts. It's a way for you to sign up. Now, uh, the beginning of May is always tough for me. As I record this, May 1st, it literally in 2 days will be the 6th anniversary of my mom's passing. I can't believe it's been 6 years. Like, it's crazy. Um, so much stuff that like I literally went through during 2020. Uh, and being on the other side and how much I've accomplished, which I'll be talking about. I'll be doing a presentation at the NASW Maryland Ocean City conference next week. So I'll be spending some time um, help educating those in attendance to celebrate your wins, especially if you think about from 2020 on now, at least for me, there's definitely been a lot of wins if I think really sit down and think about it. But I had to go through a dark tunnel, uh, and that's kind of started with when my mom passed. It's crazy, it's been six years. She's actually her remains because I had her cremated. Um, kind of forcefully had to get her cremated. That's another story for another day. Um, uh, so she's literally at the cemetery down the street from my house. So I literally could go there wherever I want and have her like close to me in that aspect. I could go see her. Uh, whenever instead of like going to New York or wherever I would want her buried at. Um, like is and I all that to say like men go to therapy because I know that usually the springtime I go through my seasonal depression actually starts in the spring. And last year, and because I love the winter, so the spring into the beginning of the summer kicks my butt. But this year, and it really hasn't. Like I really haven't really. Only been like the past week that I've been melancholy. And it was like damn, already like next week is May 1st, and like literally like you know that anniversary of my mom's passing is coming up. It was like, oh damn, it's crazy. Um, so like even like 6 years ago, literally like the same time frame, like May 1st, 2020 was on a Friday. I got a call Saturday that basically like her organs were starting to fail, and then Sunday, May 3rd, she passed. So literally 6 years later, 2026. This is May 1st. The second is tomorrow, and then Sunday uh, is the anniversary date. And I can't wait to go to therapy. It's on the 14th, and that's a whole other issue for another day because their billing department is driving me nuts. And um, no, not real fault of my therapist, but uh, anyway, so I know I'm gonna get through it. Done it the last 5 years has actually been a little easier. Definitely, addressing the therapy has helped. So, to talk about, and I know people who have not had good relationships with their moms. Like my ex-wife didn't have a great relationship with her mom, um, but I did, and as she got older, became more stubborn and hard-headed. I guess she's always been hard-headed, but definitely like when you are a caregiver and you realize the stubbornness and the hard-headedness, and you got to deal with it, and it's like, come on, do this, or what have you. Why are you not listening? And it's like you really are dealing with a child in a human form sometimes. Uh, but right to self determination, to a point, because if safety is involved, I'm like, no, we're doing this. Um, and it's and when she passed, like the first thing I thought of was when I got my appendix removed in 2006, and didn't eat for like a whole day and some change. Uh, you know, from the time they like diagnosed me with I needed my appendix removed and having the surgery. So literally like a whole day and some change went by without eating or drinking any water. I'm a huge coffee drinker, so no coffee. So I actually had more pain from the headache of needing caffeine in my system, having withdrawals from caffeine, than actually having a pain in my appendix. And when I finally got to eat, my mom came to visit me, and for whatever reason, she didn't ask. I got up and took a bread roll that I was going to eat because I scarfed like all the food down. The only thing was left was a bread roll. And she grabbed it and she ate it. I was like, and I yelled at her. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in like over 24 hours. So that was like my first, like, I literally argued with my mom over a bread roll, which sometimes I will still defend, um, to this day. But that was my first thought. Like, damn, I really fought over a bread roll. Like, this how stupid is that? Um, I think about the house that I ended up buying. I would not have bought this house because it's a three three-story townhome, and to go upstairs that she couldn't do anymore. So just think about that. And the other time, my other thought when she first passed was like my first argument that I think I ever had. She was still in a nursing home at the time. I was literally helping planning her discharge, using my social work skills to discharge my own mom from a nursing home back home. And she wanted to be out and try to find the safest way to get her out, but also care for my dad too, at the same time. And I was on my way to doing a Zumba, teaching Zumba class. I was teaching Zumba at the time, and literally on my way to the class, like walking and having a conversation on the phone, or literally arguing with her over the phone. So uh, I was like, damn, I literally like had like the biggest argument I ever had um, with mom, and that popped in my head when she passed. So like, when you think of I guess it's like kind of like human nature. You think of like negatives first. It's easy to think about negatives, and you really gotta like dig through to the positive stuff. Um, that's like no, no, celebrate your wins. Give yourself grace. I would say during this month, uh, if you haven't seen a therapist, go see a therapist, like an actual licensed therapist, not a you know Dr. Bryant, Dr. Shane, Bryant, whatever her name is, that be on these podcasts. Um, that's a story for another day. I'm not even going to like deal with that. Um, but yeah, celebrate your wins. Um, give yourself grace. Go see treatment. Go to therapy. There's plenty of dope therapists online. Um, Google's your friend. Do not use AI as your therapist. Do not use Chat GPT. Do not use Claude or any sort of AI tool as a therapist. Actually, go see somebody, whether it be face to face or do Zoom or any other, you know, online platform um, that HIPAA approves. Talk to somebody. Uh, you know, this podcast has always been a good tool to release whatever I've been feeling, but um, on top of, and then finally, like my body, like it's like you need to go see a therapist. So I finally did, and it's been helpful the last 2 years, almost going to be three at least. Time goes so fast, but at least 2 years definitely I've been going. Um, so all the men out there, I know 75, 77%, 77% of females listen to the podcast, and social work is a female dominated profession. But the men who listen, and I know there's some men who are not in the social work profession that listen or watch the podcast, and you're not in therapy, please go to therapy. Address whatever you got going on, even just like the stresses, mental health, finances, you know, Trump acting like a damn fool every day, and that might affect you one way or another. Whatever it is, the world is real heavy right now. There's stuff happening. It seems like all over the place every day. Um, it's a crazy time we in. Sometimes I feel like this is how like the '60s were like. Um, got the president doing another fake assassination attempt to distract folks from Epstein and messing up voting rights and messing up the economy. Um, just Mr. Distraction. So whatever it is that's going on, just work might be like stressful or the unknown of if the one big ugly bill is going to affect you one way or another, or these DEI cutbacks that's happened affected your work in any way. Definitely, go talk to somebody. Um, and instead of lashing out on family or friends or anything like that. So um, that would be my advice for today. Those go to therapy. Uh, give yourself grace. Celebrate your wins. Yeah, I know. For me, I'm gonna get through this weekend like I've been doing the last previous 5 years and keep pushing. I got a book I'm writing. I'm gonna get through these presentations. I'm planning on doing another paid webinar soon. Just want to get through this. NASW presentation is gonna be the longest speech I ever done, like 3 hours for 3 CU credits that people are gonna get and to hear me talk. So I'm finishing up that presentation this week. So I'm excited about that. Nervous too. Like, damn, I'm gonna be talking for 3 hours or 2 hours and 45 minutes, and try to get people engaged. And I'm gonna be talking right after lunch. So like, I don't want people to be sleeping while I'm doing my presentation. So, our social workers, we like overthink things. Um, I'm sure it's going to turn out great, and I pray on it. And church has been helpful too, so kind of that's all I got. So I'm gonna get through it. I know for folks that be dealing with grief and loss, and grief and loss don't have to be about a death of a loved one. It could be, you know, damn, life was good before we had Trump back in office acting a fool. So it could, could be dad or shoot. I even take back George W. Bush over Trump right now, and G Dubs was horrible, and so for folks that's been a little bit before your time, don't let him paintings or whatever paint that he does and be BFS with Michelle Obama fool you. He was not a good president, but Trump is way worse. So it could be simple as that, um, as the U.S. celebrates 250 years as a country. There's nothing really to celebrate uh, from a country and government standpoint. So I know I'm going on a tangent here, but definitely um, the point is, do not. Grief and loss could be like anything, job loss. You know, you try to lose that weight, get that summer body ready, and you're struggling. Uh, you're missing your friends. You broke up friendships, dating. Going through a divorce. Again, the job loss, whatever it is. You know, it don't have to be just losing a loved one. Uh, but we'll get through it, but definitely talk to someone at the end of the day. Until next time, folks, if you want to get on the podcast for all my social workers out there, definitely reach out. We are uh, definitely looking for po- podcast guests for the month of June. I definitely would like some men for June, especially with June being Father's Day. I like to celebrate social work dads. So definitely reach out. And again, like, share, subscribe, download episodes, rate the podcast. You can leave comments if you listen to on Spotify, I don't know about Apple, if you could, however Apple does it. And yeah, we'll talk soon, folks. Peace.